Hey there and happy Friday. I can't believe it's like the end of the week already. This week has just flown by and my craft room shows. Like it has just like been a frenzy as I work on designing projects for my 3 upcoming classes. Like within a week and a half, I'll have 3 of them. And so in my mind, I'm like, oh, these darling dinos are so cute. I want to make sure that I have a sample for each class so that everybody gets to use them and work with them. And next I'll be probably coming live with the friendly seagulls because I want everybody at every location to do something with them too. And so I kind of like try and focus on a variety of like mini catalog, online exclusive, celebration, because it's all happening. But yet then I'm like, celebration's the first to end, or maybe the first to sell out before people get a chance. So that's kind of what I'm prioritizing. I don't know. And there's no magic button to know what's going to stay in or what's going to sell out or what's going to be out. Like today somebody wanted to order Daffodil Delight ribbon, that 1/8 ribbon, and it's out till the end of this month, which will be here before we know it. But it's just like one of those things, like I think it might have even sold out either the first day or maybe before it went live. I don't even know. But yeah, so but anyway, here I am. I have 2 card samples for you today, very similar. So I'm going to just make 1 card, but kind of just work through showing you the differences in the products as I go along. So if you prefer one or the other, or maybe you're going to be at a class coming up that's going to have one or the other, you'll kind of see side by side the differences and the products used. So I can kind of walk you through that as well. But I just love this color combination. Boho Blue, which is last year's in color, that's still in, but it debuted last year. And then Crumb Cake. And it just kind of is a cute, warm, kind of like, I think of newborn little baby boys when I think of this color combination. But I just love it. And then I'll show you my purple and gray version as well. So let me get my camera turned around here and see kind of where these products are coming from. So from the mini catalog here, if you normally get one from me, let's see, today's the 10th. Is today the 10th? Gosh, I'm really off. I feel like today's the 10th. Today is the day where if you haven't got your catalogs in the mail, I can contact Stampin' Up! And say, hey, my people didn't get their catalogs. Can you resend them? So if you haven't got your catalogs today, let me know, and then I can get to them on resending them. Or if for some reason you haven't ordered from me for a while and want to, I can pop them in the mail. I always have extras, and I always bring extras to the events that I will be at as well. So keep that in mind too. All right, so this is what it looks like. So if you're wondering, did mine come in the mail or not? This is what it looks like. So on page 25, we've got this awesome paper. I'm just going to kind of give you a flash look at that. This is called Timeless Plaid. It's 6 by 6. Hi there, Donna. Hi, Tabitha. And so you guys know me. I love blue. So it's got some nice blue patterns. And then kind of some like rustic, like Cajun craze and the copper clay, things like that. And so you can kind of see that, and even some like Lost Lagoon in here. All these pretty colors, kind of for spring, but yet kind of still downplayed. I love that there's so many tones for guys. So last night, oh, I tell you, I was so tired. My hubby had a checkup appointment in Sioux Falls and all as well, but just needs that. I was so tired and I just wanted to maybe even do a live video when we came home later last night, or even work in my craft room, and I was so tired. But these colors kept, my brain wouldn't shut off. I kept thinking of all the cards I could make with all of these fun colors here. And then if I can get these flipped over, the back sides are just kind of like a gingham like checked pattern too, with all those same colors. But what's impressive about this, you look at this and it all looks like it coordinates so well, right? And it does. I'm not saying it doesn't, but then when I go to the back side to go, okay, now this is what I'm going to use today. What are the colors so that I get the right cardstocks and everything? Look at all of these. Like, I feel like this is the most colors ever listed. We've got Basic Beige, Boho Blue, Cajun Craze, Calypso Coral, Cherry Cobbler, Crumb Cake, Early Espresso, Lost Lagoon, Misty Moonlight, Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, Pebbled Path, Pecan Pie, and Wild Wheat. So if you're like, oh, what paper can I get? Maybe that's going to go with some cardstock I have to get that used up. This would be the one. So it's going to be hard to not find something to coordinate with these for you. So there you have that. And then I said I have kind of 2 cards, and so so here's my second one. So as you can see, the layout is the same, but look how different that they look, kind of the boy version or the girl version. And so my last card that I did a couple days ago, let me grab this here, that is this one, and definitely has a Valentine look to it, but it doesn't have to be. Roar means I love you in dinosaur. So that's going to be at one of the classes. And then this is going to be at one class, and this is going to be at one class for my next 3 classes that I have coming up this month. And so with that, I will have, like these cards say, hope your birthday is dynamite. And I'm going to also bring along the words, like if you want it to be Valentine, like this, if you said, I love you on here, and made it into a Valentine card, I think it would be super cute, even though there's no red or pink on there. And same thing with this, like you could make them into that. So I'm going to be bringing extra words along to help you out and make things more versatile. So page 51 for the Darling Dinos. I'm not going to go into this one too much because on my very last video I did that. And then I was going to switch gears and go into Friendly Seagull and make some cards. And I'm like, you know what? I want everybody to make something. So I looked at 3 classes coming up. I have the mess, and so I just made it messier. So that's what I did. I just kept working on it. So I'm just going to kind of set this one aside, but this is the card that I'm going to make for you as well. So, oh gosh, Margaret, it just started snowing there in North Carolina. So I was just in North Carolina on Sunday, and we were a little afraid because that's just before the first storm hit, and we were hoping our plane would fly out of Charlotte before things got too bad there. So hopefully it's not going to be too bad for you. But and we were there the last 2 years in a row at Durham for football. The national championship was there in Durham, North Carolina. And in our mind, the first time we went, we thought, we're going to North Carolina from Minnesota. It's going to be so balmy. It's going to be great. Do we pack shorts, t-shirts, or is it going to be too hot or hotter than that? And it ended up we wore stocking caps because in our mind we weren't prepared for, I mean, we packed accordingly, but in our mind we were thinking something's got to be warmer than Minnesota. Anyway, okay, so Darling Dinos is where I'm getting this from. So in the previous card, I did these 2 cute creatures, and today I'm going to do the same one, but I'm going to pair it up with the long one. And for those of you that are really into dinosaurs, you'll go, oh, there's a name for that. I know this one's the T-Rex just because of the hands on it. Super cute, but yeah, I'm not like versed, and I should be better with my dinosaurs, right? Okay, so the color combination here is crumb cake. Oops. Got like a fuzz or something. Oh, from the ribbon. I'll show you that soon. Crumb cake, and then boho blue, and then this just goes together with that. And you could pull in Misty Moonlight too if you wanted to and such, and then just some basic white pieces to finish that out. Hi there, Nancy. Okay, so what I'm going to do first, I think, is just kind of build this card base. So the card's opening this way today, guys. And then I cut a 4 by 5 1/4 piece of boho blue. And then for running this through the embossing folder, where did I put that? Oh, here it is. Okay. I have the embossing folder that I love, and it is the Forever Plaid 3D embossing folder. It's one of those really large ones. And the 3D really makes this pop, you guys. Put some nice grooves in there, but not too groove that it tears or anything. So yeah, you could put a whole card front and back inside this embossing folder, which is nice. And I try and get the majority of embossing folders when they come out, because I feel like for the price, it just adds so much to products, and it's not like they're gonna go bad. You know, nothing's gonna happen to embossing folders except for if you use them and wear them out, and that's a good problem. Okay, so it's 3D, so I've got my chunky plate and my gray base plate to go over that, but there you can see the nice deep grooves in that embossing folder. So I've got that to start with. And then I'm just going to get my adhesive here. I go kind of slower on this one, I don't go any heavier or lighter, really, just more, I don't know, I guess deliberate would be the way I put this on, because if I go too fast, it's going to kind of want to pull up. And I know a lot of you have said, how do you get, with some of these embossing folders and put your, this type of adhesive on there, how do you get it so it doesn't like pull it up and such? So just kind of slow down is my 2 cents on that. If it's a big concern or if you have a lot of problems, you can always switch to like liquid glue, which works just fine too. And so now I took a piece of that Timeless Plaid 6x6, cut it down 5 1/4 by 2 inches. So you can actually have 3 cards, you know, made out of this, just with the measurements of this one alone, and then you'll have that 3/4 by 6 inch strip left over. I'm kind of just eyeing it, putting it on the bottom 2/3 of my card here, like so. So we've got that, and then I'm going to do some stamping. So I'm going to get out some basic white here and my basic black ink pad here. Just going to ink up cute little, I don't know, we're going to call this one a Stegosaurus. Just trying to think what other names of dinosaurs I even know. And those of you that do know might be laughing. I know there's a, oh no, that's the T-Rex. I don't know. Okay, I'm just going to put this one on here like so. I'm going to put it on this chunk of basic white, see if those want to play nice and not move around. So let me bring this over. I'm going to change out my cutting pads since now we're going to do cutting instead of embossing. And actually, I'm going to bring this over. So the circle on here is from the Stylish Shape dies, and so it's just a nice circle that has like that stitched edge to it, and I just love that. Like, I can't recommend it more than what it already is. It's just a great stamp, or excuse me, die set to have. So I'm just going to cut out this circle, and that's going to be kind of the backdrop, excuse me, for my cute little critters here. So I'm going to do that one first on crumb cake. Okay, got that. I'm going to set that aside, and then we can put these little guys down. Like I said, see if my magnet will allow me to cut both nicely without them jumping around. Oops, it's already trying to move. Okay, got this one there, and then this one here, and right. Okay. That one, oh, that one just wants to move. Okay. Like, I give it a few seconds, and if it doesn't play nice, they're just going to have to be cut separately, right? Oh, this might actually work. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay. Don't breathe. I'm going to run that one through. Here. Okay, so I've got this one and this one. Okay. Now I think we're all done with the cutting, so I just need to do some coloring to put that together. But I think at this point I'm going to just stop and take a breather and let you know, not that I'm out of breath, but before I get too far into it, and let you know the colors of the other ones. So far, Timeless Plaid, Boho Blue, Crumb Cake. And like for this one now, I took that Toadstool Gardens, which is a free celebration, and I was using this one recently with you guys. So all that fun Toadstool stuff that's free with a $60 order from Celebration. That's where this Fresh Freesia, and you can see the cute toadstools here. So I kind of took the inspiration of the gray and the Fresh Freesia together, and that's how I came up with this color combination. And so then I just used that 2-inch strip because honestly I had cut this 4 by 6 and into 3s, and that's how I came up with Monday's card. And then I have all these 2-inch strips. So I'm always like so excited with myself when I can find a way to use it and then not make it look like, oh, I was desperate to just slap on a 2-inch strip. I like how it breaks up the card. And so then I went, you know what, I'm going to cut this down into 2-inch strips for that one. So this color combination then with the toadstools is Fresh Freesia and then smoky slate, and then smoky slate for this. So that will give you an idea. And actually the ribbons here are the same, and I'll give you that information when I get to that point. And I actually will be bringing like a retired fresh freesia as a like a alternate if people want to use that for this card if it's in your class. And then also a really pretty, I'll show you as it gets closer, I might even put on today's card, boho blue. So a lot of times it's fun for me to get out some of those retired colors and give you options with that too. So I try and organize my retired ribbons accordingly for that. Okay, I think I'm going to start with this guy here, and let's get out. Okay, instead of the light and the dark of the same color, I wanted this guy to be kind of lighter. I didn't want his body to get too dark and look kind of weird. So I'm using light balmy blue for the body. So I'm just going to take this out and just get this colored in. And here again, I can just kind of go over pretty much all of it. Just making sure I get close to the edge where it needs to be. But I don't have to worry if I color over his bumps too much, because I'm going to go over it with the darker, and that'll be just fine. So light balmy blue. I did think about doing, you know, just the boho blues, light and dark, but yet I just kind of felt like it, like I said, like I didn't want it to be too heavy and look like he doesn't have pop when I put him on my crumb cake circle. And I think this kind of blends in better too with the that timeless plaid pattern of the blue and brown. So got that. Okay, doing that. Okay, and next I'm going to then switch over to my other blue color, and that is going to be the light boho blue. So this was balmy blue, boho blue, and light for both of these colors. So this one I'm just going to go into his spots, color that in all the way down. So it's kind of on one side of him, and then the middle one kind of goes across the whole thing, and then on this edge goes, kind of switches spots here like so. And he's just so cute, like, yeah, love this. Okay, and a lot of you have kind of been requesting some kid cards lately, so this will fit that bill too. So the only thing I have left then are his little like toenails, and so I'm going to get out my light and dark crumb cake. Oops, that's the brush tip, like the bullet tip. So I'm just going to take the dark crumb cake and color in the little toes down here with that. So now he is all done. He's all done. So now I'm going to bring over this guy, and I'm going to start with the toenails because they're going to match. And then I'm going to, he's got more of them, so I got to get these over here. And this is kind of the color he's going to be, is crumb cake anyway. So I'm just going to kind of do my detailing. I'm going to color in the horns with the dark crumb cake, like so, and then any of the little spots. Like the other day I colored them in, and kind of doing that same thing where I'm just taking the darker color and kind of outlining like the eyes and things like that. And then I can come through, and almost the rest of it's going to be with my light crumb cake. I'm just going to go, and so now if I go over top of it, there again, it's just fine because it's the same color, that crumb cake. So I can just go over the whole face like that. That's the joy of blends. You can do that. And just keep filling him in. This guy colors in, I think, pretty fast. And then he's got spots. And I thought, oh, he looked kind of plain if I went over these spots here with just the dark crumb cake. So I'm going to actually put those in the boho blue color. Just to kind of make those not only pop off of the crumb cake color, but also kind of to coordinate him with his other friend, the dinosaur, that's on the card with him. So I kind of went over some of that with the light crumb cake, but because it's the boho blue, it's going to be dark enough where it's just going to kind of take over that. So for those of you that are worried about like the coloring and how that's going to turn out, it's going to be just fine. So we've got now both of these. So kind of crumb cake, boho blue, balmy blue, got that. So now I'm, oh, and let me show you the colors I used here. Okay, so this is kind of my color combination. Whoops, for this one. Boho Blue, Crumb Cake, Balmy Blue. And then for this one, my color combination is Fresh Freesia. Yeah, dark and light Fresh Freesia. And then I did dark and light Smoky Slate. So that's how that one came about. And there again, kind of coordinating the colors to make it appealing to the eye that way. So those are my color choices. But let me back up my camera so it doesn't make your eyes go wonky by being too close, right? Oops. Oh, my tripod wanted to slip. There we go. Okay, so I've got these. Let me pull my card back over here and then just finish assembling. So let me get out some dimensionals. So I'm going to put about 3 dimensionals on my Stylish Shapes circle and kind of put that in the middle, but down a little bit so we have room for the sentiment up there. And then I'm going to take this little strip along the edge here and just cut that because it's nice and long. And then look how this kind of just perfectly fits that dinosaur there. And if I want to take out like this chunk here to fit the rest of his body, it's like, oh, that kind of just fits right in that spot. So I'm going to put him like down, whoops, don't want him tipping over, down here like so. And now this one, I'm just going to put dimensionals. About 3 of them seem to fit well for this guy. I'm going to put those on like so. And just kind of put him right there. There, so we've got that. Thank you, Kirsten. I just, like I said, I love these colors. There's certain color combinations that I just like get done with it, and then I sit back and go, I love that. And then I'm like, okay, don't brag because the next one might turn out ugly. And then I'm going to, on a 3/4 inch strip of basic white, just, oh, that turned out yucky. Hope your birthday is dynamite. Okay, let me just redo that. There we go. Got that. Excuse me. And then the inside's going to say you're the best. So I'm just going to do that stamp right away too. And then we can cut and get that assembled all together. So I'm going to get out my scissors and just eye this. Hope your day is dynamite. I'm going to trim that straight up like so. And then I'm going to put some dimensionals. Let's see. I want to make sure that I kind of avoid that area there, but I'm just going to put a couple dimensionals on here. And then kind of the reason I didn't want a dimensional, that's going to kind of just sit right there on that. And then I'm going to take out, like I said, the ribbon. So for this one, I love this frayed ribbon. So it is called just white on the front, 164205, and then it is called frayed grosgrain ribbon. And it just looks so cozy. And especially if you're making this for like a baby card or something, it just has such a soft look and feel to it. But like I said, some people might go, you know what? I want something that is actually boho blue. This is retired, so I will say that. But some of you say, this is great because I have that ribbon, want to use it up. Boho blue, and then it is the textured ribbon. And so I'm just going to take and wind this. It kind of has a shimmer shine look to it, but not feel. So it's easy to work with and tie and such. So I'm just going to give that a little bit of a snip, and then this one a little bit of a snip. And then we can compare what people like, the blue or the white. Let me grab a mini glue dot here and just press that into there like so. And then that's going to kind of sit and kind of frame that like so. Got that. And so now we have the blue and the white. So yeah, they both look, I think, just fine. And then if we really want to throw it, we've got the purple. And I did the white there. But like I said, those coming to the class, I'm going to have a fresh freesia option in that one as well. And then I'm just going to take You're the Best and put that one here inside. And then for those two that will be making these cards at my upcoming classes, like I said, I'm also going to be bringing the ones that you could use for Valentine's Day. So you might have like "You're the best" and "I love you" to make that work for you that way too. But otherwise, yeah, so you can see how similar they are, but yet just using the different colors make it look totally different. And just because some people might go, you know what, I love purple, that's my favorite color, so this might be their favorite one. Actually, my nail polish kind of matches that today. Otherwise, if blue's your favorite color, you might tend to go, yep, that's going to be my favorite too. And yeah, and for some reason too, like Donna says, this one pops more, and I was really struggling. I even had my husband say, like, should this circle be the fresh freesia? But then I didn't know too, because it's just fresh freesia where this one has two colors, if it would just blend in too much. So I was really struggling with what should I have for the card base, what should be that layer, what should be that circle, and I just had those two colors, and I was just like spending way too much time on just that. But when it comes down to it, don't we all want something that looks really nice at the end? So that's why I was putting that much time into it, right? All right, so I've got my host code posted, if you could see there on my video. For those of you ordering tomorrow in the mail, I hope to get out little gifts for those of you that have been ordering, and some of you have won some product from me too, so I'm hoping to get that out too. Tomorrow, it's a Saturday, and I am hoping to be home, and I know that might sound kind of strange to some of you, but it is very rare. Like, I can count on this hand or less fingers how many Saturdays I was home the year of 2024 with football and just weddings and different things. Like, Saturdays are a rare thing for me to be around. So tomorrow I am so excited. I hope my husband doesn't make any plans, to be honest. Like, he's kind of famous for that. He's like a social butterfly and likes to get out. So I can see him going, what? We don't have anything planned. What are we going to do? So, but I hope to be just crafting away, making samples for the next 18 things that I need to have samples made for, and cutting lots of cardstock. So hopefully you guys have a fun weekend planned, or even if it's cozy and quiet, that's fun to me too. So have a great time. If you have any questions with ordering anything or whatever, please let me know, and I'd love to help you out with that. Take care. Bye-bye.